Let's look at this question. This question is from circuit theory, which is a pretty important subject as far as GATE exam is concerned. Uh, this question, this question was asked in the year 2017. In this question, they have asked you uh, the equivalent resistance of this circuit across the terminal P and Q. So it's like you're standing here and looking at the circuit from the terminals P and Q, and you have to tell that what is the resistance that you look when you stand across the or at the terminals P and Q. What is the resistance seen by you? In other words, what is the equivalent resistance of this circuit? Now look at this circuit. This circuit is purely resistive circuit. There is no capacitor, there is no inductor, and as far as sources are concerned, there is a battery, independent battery. And look at this battery. This battery depends on current I naught. What is I naught? I naught is the current through this branch, this 1 ohm branch. So you should call this battery as a dependent battery. So it's a dependent voltage source, and here you have independent battery in this circuit. Fine. Now what would you like to comment as far as this independent battery is concerned? Would you make some comment on the independent battery and the dependent battery? Just look at the independent battery. If you change anything in the circuit, if you change this resistance to 2 ohm, make whatever change you want, this battery is going to remain 10 volt. It will provide the potential difference of 10 volt. I mean, this battery has nothing to do with what the hell are you doing in the circuit. The only change will be कि इस बैटरी से कभी 2 एम्पियर का करंट गुजरेगा, कभी 4 एम्पियर का, कभी 10 एम्पियर का. But as far as the potential difference that this battery produces is concerned, that is going to be 10 volt only. So this battery is pretty insensitive as far as producing the potential difference is concerned. So if you want to see the character of this independent battery, let's say this axis is voltage and this axis is current. The battery doesn't care. It's an ideal battery as well. There is no series resistance associated with this battery. So it's not a practical battery, it's an ideal battery. That's fine, you know it. But the interesting thing is that whatever is the current through this battery, let's say current I, whatever is the current through this battery, the battery doesn't care. It will keep on providing what? 10 volt potential difference. And what would you like to say about this kind of behavior? Well, would you call this behavior as linear? I don't think so. If you double the current, क्या voltage double हो रहा है? नहीं. If you make the current 5 times, is the voltage getting 5 times? No, not at all. Well, the battery is if you see the nature of this battery, it is quite non-linear. Well, so the independent sources, whether it's a current source, whether it's a voltage source, they are non-linear in nature. I think this point should be clear. Fine. So this independent battery is non-linear. Now, what we like to say about this dependent battery? It is pretty much visible that this dependent battery depends on the current I naught. If we double the current I naught, let's say the current I naught is 2 ampere, then this battery shall provide the potential difference of 6 volts. It will make I naught 4 ampere. this battery shall provide the potential difference of 12 volts. So this battery linearly depends on the current of this branch. So, don't you see that this battery is showing a linear tendency, a linear behavior, a linear nature. So we can say that the independent sources, they are non-linear. Just look at the non-linearity. And the dependent sources, they are linear. Fine. Okay. So we have made comment on the sources. Well, how do you calculate R equivalent? Usually you just connect an external battery. You have to calculate R equivalent across P and Q terminals. So just connect an external battery, let's say of V volts, and just look at the current that the battery is supplying to the network whose R equivalent you want to calculate. So you have connected an external battery of V volts, and that battery is supplying current I. Just take the ratio and you shall get the equivalent resistance of this circuit or this network. But if you remember, while doing this, we have to kill the non-linearity present in the circuit. Now, when I say non-linearity, what I mean is independent sources. So you have to kill the independent sources, and you should not touch the dependent source, because dependent sources are linear, so you should not touch them. But the big question is that, why should I kill non-linearity? What is the problem? Why should I kill independent sources? And we know that, how can you kill a voltage source? Just make it a 0 volt. That is, short it. How can you kill an independent current source? Just make it 0 ampere. That is, open it. So you know it. You know that you have to kill the independent sources while calculating equivalent resistance. That is while connecting an external battery. But the interesting question is that, why it should be important? ऐसा करना क्यों जरूरी है? अगर ऐसा ना करें तो क्या नुकसान हो जाएगा? What is the problem if I don't kill the non-linearity? If I don't kill the independent source, what might be the problem? Now, अभी देखो क्या problem हो सकता है. Problem ये हो सकता है कि let's say ये network है. It's a network, some network, and you're connecting some external battery of V volts. It is supplying I current. That's fine. Now you will simply say that the R equivalent of this network is V upon I. You could have done it. What is the need of killing the independent source? What is the need of deactivating the independent source, if any, present in this network? Why it should be important to do it? मैं independent source को kill नहीं कर रहा हूँ, still I should get some ratio of V upon I, and I should call it R equivalent. Why it should be a wrong answer? Why it should be problematic? Now see, if you will not kill the independent source, that is, there is some non-linearity. Present in this network. So, अभी आपने V volt का बैटरी लगाया. You have connected a battery of V volts, and that battery is supplying the current of I amperes. Now you can easily say that the R equivalent is V by I. But what if you double the voltage? Now if some other person comes and that person, let's say, doubles the voltage. Let's say now the battery is 2V. So if the current is doubled, then it's fine, because still the ratio will be same, and you can say that yes, still R equivalent is same, that's fine. But the point is that if you double the voltage, if you make the voltage 2V, let me tell you, this current will not become 2I. This current will not be doubled. And the reason is pretty simple, because this network has non-linearity. You know, if you're doubling the voltage, current gets doubled. What is this? This is homogeneity principle. And homogeneity principle shall be valid if there is no non-linearity in the network. But you haven't killed the independent sources. So you haven't killed the non-linearity. Non-linearity is still there in the network. So you should not expect the current to get doubled if you are doubling the voltage. Well, the point is that you will not get the same ratio. If you are doubling the voltage, current is not getting doubled. Now the ratio of voltage and current, which you are calling as R equivalent, will not be same. So the point is that if you are not killing the non-linearity, if you are not killing the independent sources, different persons shall get different values of R equivalent, which is completely nonsense. So how shall we say that? Or in other words, how can we get a unique value of R equivalent? And in fact, a unique value of R equivalent of some network makes sense. So the point is that you have to, the moral of the story is that you have to kill the non-linearity so that you can have a unique value of equivalent resistance. So you have to kill the non-linearity. And when I say non-linearity, what I mean is independent sources. You have to kill the voltage source by replacing it with a short circuit. You have to kill the current source by replacing it with an open circuit. And please do not touch the dependent source. I repeat, do not touch the dependent source, because they are completely linear. We don't have any problem with the dependent sources. As far as getting a unique R equivalent is concerned, we don't have any problem with the dependent sources. So please don't touch them. They're not creating any ruckus, any problem. The only problem is with the non-linearity, that is independent sources. So you must kill them. You must deactivate them. Fine. So let's do it. Let's deactivate this voltage, this independent voltage source by a short circuit, and let's connect a battery of 1 volt and let's see the current supplied by that 1 volt battery. And then we will simply say that 1 volt upon whatever current it supplies is going to be the R equivalent of this network across PQ. I think that should be clear. So let me do it. So let me short it. So if I short it, what I shall get? There is a 1 ohm resistance. In parallel, you have a short circuit, and then you have 1 ohm here, 1 ohm here, 1 ohm here. You have a dependent source. Please don't touch it. So I'm not touching the dependent source. It is 3 I naught. Well, I naught is a current through this 1 ohm resistance. So, I have killed the non-linearity. Now there is no non-linearity. You can easily connect any external battery and just look at the current it supplies. Take the ratio, you shall get the R equivalent. Fine. तो चलो कनेक्ट करते हैं एक एक्सटर्नल बैटरी 1 वोल्ट का 1 वोल्ट का एक्सटर्नल बैटरी कनेक्ट कर दिया है. अभी ये देखना है कि व्हाट इज द करंट दिस बैटरी इज सप्लाइंग टू दिस नेटवर्क और सर्किट जिसका आर इक्विवेलेंट मैं निकालना चाहता हूँ. फाइन. So this is 1 volt, you know, it should be 1 volt, and what will be the current through this resistance? It will be, you know, V upon R, that is 1 upon 1. So I naught is going to be 1 ampere. I naught is going to be 1 ampere. Fine. So once I naught is fixed, this dependent battery depends on this I naught, so it will also get fixed. So this will become 3 to 1, that is 3 volt since it's a battery. तो इसको 3 volt कर देते हैं. It will become 3 volt. Fine. And here of course the drop is 1 volt because 1 volt is parallel. So here the drop is 1 volt. Fine. This resistance is in parallel with a short circuit. Short के parallel में जो भी कुछ है वो short. I hope you know it. That's pretty simple, you know. So this resistor has nothing to do in this circuit because it will not receive any current. If any current comes, that current will be taken by this short circuit. So this resistor is not going to play any role in this circuit. So let's not have this resistor here. Fine. Now can you please tell me what shall be the drop across this resistance, this bottom resistance? You know, let me write it like AB, and let me write the drop as plus minus VAB. And let's now try to write the KVL for this loop, you know, this green loop. Just try to write the KVL for this green loop. So what should be the KVL? Here you have minus 3. So let me write the equation. Let me write the equation as a result of this KVL on this green loop. Well, it should be minus 3 plus 1 minus VAB should be equal to 0. That is in a loop, the drop has to be, the drop in potential has to be equal to rise in potential. So minus 3 plus 1 minus VAB equals 0. Well, you shall get VAB as what? Minus 3 plus 1 minus 2. So this VAB is minus 2. That is, you shall get a VAB of this polarity, and its value should be 2 volt. तो अभी KVL लगा लिया है, अभी इस green loop को हटाते हैं. So we have got the potential difference across this resistance. Well, if you know the potential difference across any resistance, you can easily get the current across that resistance. Fine. तो अभी क्या current हो जाएगा यार? What shall be the current through this resistance? It shall be 2 upon 1, that is 2 ampere. What shall be the direction of the current? You know, this resistance is absorbing the power. This resistance is passive. So in the direction of the current, you shall get drop. Drop means you are going from positive, that is high potential, to low potential. So in the direction of the current, you shall get the drop, which clearly tells that the direction should be this, that is 1 ampere. Fine. No, it should be 2 ampere. 2 upon 1, 2 ampere. Now look at this node. Look at this node. The 1 ampere current is coming from here, and 2 ampere current is going in this branch outside the node. It's very clear yaar, that 1 ampere must be coming from here. 1 ampere must be coming from here. 1 ampere यहाँ से आ रहा है, 1 ampere यहाँ से आ रहा है, दोनों जुड़ा होगा, and you would have got 2 ampere in this branch. Fine. Now just look at the battery. What is the current this battery is supplying? Well, the answer is that this battery is not supplying any current. In fact, this battery is consuming the current. So what is the inference of this point? What is the interpretation of this point? Initially, we have discussed that you just connect an external battery and whatever current it supplies, just take the ratio of the battery voltage and that current, you shall get the R equivalent. But here it turns out that this battery is not at all supplying any current. Rather, this battery is consuming or receiving the current. So what can you say? See, what can we say is that the equivalent resistance of this blue circuit is negative. So now again the big question is that what is this negative resistance, or what it means when you say that equivalent resistance of any network or circuit is negative. I hope you understand how to identify whether the R equivalent is negative or not. If your external battery is supplying the current to the network whose R equivalent you want to know, then you can easily say that the R equivalent of the network is positive. But what if the external battery that you are putting is receiving or consuming the current? Then you can say that the equivalent resistance is negative. But still the interesting point is that ऐसा क्यों हो रहा होगा? Why it might have occurred? I have connected an external battery. Why that battery is not supplying current? And that also when I have killed all the nonlinearity, when I have killed all the independent sources, there is only one independent source, this external battery. Then who might be forcing this battery to absorb the power? When this battery is supposed to deliver the power, what might be going inside the circuit which is forcing this external battery to receive or consume the current, to consume the power? And that is actually the interpretation of negative resistance. आप जिस रेजिस्टेंस का, जिस सर्किट का रेजिस्टेंस निकालना चाहते हैं, actually that circuit is behaving as an active circuit. If you'll connect any active device, that circuit has the capability to make that active device passive. That circuit has the capability to force the active device that you have connected to consume power, to behave as a passive device. So if somebody asks you what is R equivalent here, you can simply say that the ratio is 1, but since the external battery is receiving the current, I would say that the R equivalent is -1. So here the answer is -1. -1 ohm, of course, the unit is ohm. You could have done, but still let me take 1 or 2 minutes more as far as negative resistance is concerned. See, ऐसा क्यों हो रहा होगा that your external battery is forced to behave as a passive? External battery is forced to receive the current. This is possible only when circuit has some dependent source. Actually, this dependent source will come in the picture when this I naught will appear. And this I naught cannot appear by itself. This I naught requires some independent source. So in fact, because of this external battery, because of the external independent battery, ये I naught picture में आया होगा. And the moment I naught appears in the picture, this dependent battery comes in the circuit. This dependent battery starts showing its teeth. So ये डिपेंडेंट बैटरी एक्सटर्नल बैटरी की वजह से पिक्चर में आ रहा है. देयर इज नो डाउट, ऑफ कोर्स, दैट्स व्हाई वी आर कॉलिंग इट dependent source. That's why we are calling it dependent source. Fine. But the interesting point, why this battery is receiving the current rather than supplying, is that when this dependent source comes into the picture, it comes into the picture so strongly that it forces this external battery to behave as passive. So, this dependent battery comes into picture because of this independent battery, but once this dependent battery comes into picture, it overtakes the independent battery. So, if any circuit has such capability to overtake the external battery, if any circuit has such capability, that circuit have negative equivalent resistance, and that is not possible if there is no dependent source. This possibility, if there is such possibility, there must have been some dependent source in that circuit. If there is no dependent source, ऐसा कभी नहीं होगा, क्योंकि आप सारा इंडिपेंडेंट सोर्स तो किल कर चुके हैं. So there is nobody who can overtake this battery if there is no independence, if there is no dependent source. But if there is dependent source, there is a chance that this dependent source might overtake this battery, and then you will say that the equivalent resistance is negative. But it will not happen always. Fine. So if a network has equivalent resistance as negative, or negative equivalent resistance, you will for sure, you can say that yes, the network has some dependent source, and that dependent source, once coming into the picture, is overtaking the external independent battery. But if your circuit has some dependent battery, you are not sure that you will get the negative equivalent resistance. You might get the negative, you might get the positive equivalent resistance, who knows. This dependent battery might overtake the external battery or might not. If it overtakes, then you will say that yes, the equivalent resistance is negative. If it doesn't overtakes, you will say that the equivalent resistance is positive. So folks, if your circuit has dependent battery or dependent source, then you are not sure. You cannot say anything, you have to check it. But once you are getting if somebody says that this circuit has negative equivalent resistance, then you should be sure that this circuit must have some dependent source. Otherwise, ये हो नहीं सकता. Fine. So I think that was quite interesting and important as well. Fine.